Hi friends! Welcome back to MK's Corner. I'm your host, MK, Madison Kate, and this is my corner. If you're watching this podcast, you will notice I'm in a little bit of a different location again, and that's because I'm in the process, like I said last time, of redoing my room. I added some more artwork. I'm kind of in the same spot as last time, actually, just at a different angle-ish. So yeah. Weekly updates for me. I got my Faded in the Park tickets. I almost slept through pre-sale. I almost missed when I went on. There was no tier 1 left. There was no tier 2 left, and tier 3 hadn't dropped yet, so I was panicking a little bit. And I went on and I got tier 3. Thank the heavens. I paid a little bit more because I had to get tier 3, unfortunately, but I'm going, so I'm so excited. If you're going to Faded in the Park, let me know and maybe I'll see you there. It's gonna be my second rave. I mean, this one isn't really a rave. This one's more a festival. But they listened to us, everyone. They took our advice and our feedback and they made it more of a dance music festival, so I'm very excited. There's so many artists that I'm excited for. If you've seen the lineup, you know how good it is. Not gonna lie, if you can tell by my voice, I did smoke before this because this episode, I thought, in honor of Valentine's Day, which while you're watching this or listening to this would have been like 2 days ago or more. In honor of anti-Valentine's Day, which is my day this year, I thought I would read some crazy Reddit stories about like crazy dating stories or crazy breakup stories or crazy cheating stories, stuff like that. Anything besides love stories. So this is my anti-Valentine's Day episode. All of these are going to be from Reddit. Most of them are from the Two Hot Takes subreddit. So thank you to Hot Takes and to everyone who submits their stories on there. I will keep you all anonymous, even though you all are already anonymous. I was gonna say, if you could tell by my voice, I did smoke a little bit before this. I don't think I said that, and if I did, then I said it twice, so then you can tell extra how extra I'm feeling it, because I just thought it would be perfect for this episode, because I wanted the giggles a little bit, because I think these stories are gonna be good. So, without further ado, let's get started on these crazy Reddit stories. Oh, and also, I haven't read any of these fully through. I read the headlines and then read a couple, like, sentences while I was scrolling through it. Not the full thing, so I don't know the context of them. Besides from the what's that called? The headline. So, we're gonna react to these together. I'm gonna try and keep my commentary until the end. Some of them are long, some of them are short. But let's just get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. Okay, I've got story number 1 here. This was posted 1 day ago. And I know from scrolling through that it references something about Thursday, which is today. So whatever this story is referencing about Thursday, that Thursday is the day that I am recording this. So there might be an update in the comments. We'll see. The title is, Am I the asshole if I want to date multiple people before an exclusive relationship? I, 35 female, reluctantly got back onto the dating apps. I did it just to keep me on the dating scene, but I'm very content with my life. I've always chased relationships in the past, and that's never ended well for me. I wasted a lot of time. And while I do want to settle down someday, I want a healthy, long-lasting relationship, and I'm finally in a place in my life where I'm content with where I am, know what I want, and I'm not going to settle. So I met this guy, 37 male. He was very sweet, his messages were thoughtful, and after a few days of chatting, we exchanged numbers. We had similar values, we're both single parents, and our kids are about the same age. Our text conversations got more in depth over 2 to 3 days, which is a personal pet peeve of mine. I would rather chat on the phone or meet up. You can't really get to know someone via text, and things can get easily misunderstood. So I mentioned that we seem to have a lot in common, would love to get to know him more, but would prefer to continue our conversation not through text, and offered to chat on the phone or get together, whatever he was more comfortable with. He immediately responds that he wanted to meet up, and we decided for next Thursday, tomorrow, as I'm writing this. Today, as I'm recording this. He said he would confirm time on Sunday or Monday since he had a chiropractic consultation that evening and wasn't sure how long it was going to be. Okay, fine, nothing weird there. We continued to text, and it seemed like we had a good vibe going. Our text would consist of both written messages and voice messages, by the way. So on Saturday, I get a text from him asking what I thought about serial dating or dating multiple people at the same time before you're exclusive with someone. He and a friend were talking about it, and he wanted to know my opinion. I told him I don't see anything wrong with going on multiple dates with different people as long as you're not sleeping with all those people, being intentional, and are able to make a decision about someone by dates 3 or 4. But I don't think there's anything wrong with going on multiple dates with different people. He disagreed. His opinion is that if you have a good first date, then you should be exclusively getting to know each other at that point. That's fine if that's his opinion, but I have rushed into relationships before, and so in order to give myself the space and to get to know someone, I continue to talk and even go on a date or two during that time until I know that this person is someone I want to see exclusively. I explained this to him, and his response was, it shouldn't be a competition where someone's heart is the reward. ... I want a guy to pursue me. Not saying a guy has to always initiate, but after one date, I'm not going to just let any guy into my entire life to know my thoughts and to be emotionally open to him right away. That takes time, and his comment rubbed me the wrong way. However, this was also all over text, and so I don't like to jump to conclusions while having a conversation like this over text. So I asked him to explain more because I didn't understand what he was saying. The next day, Sunday, he texts me good morning, tells me he didn't forget to respond and that he will respond later and wishes me a good day. I responded promptly, said good morning, and while I wasn't worried, his message was very sweet. And that's it. Nothing since then. I sent him a casual text yesterday saying I hoped his week was going well and asked if we were still on for Thursday, which is today. Nothing. What the fuck? Maybe he will reach out later, but still, I'm not going to lose sleep over this, but why do people do this, and at this age? And my biggest question, is it a big issue for other people if the person they're interested in isn't exclusive after the first date? And I'm not talking about sleeping around with other people, but simply talking to and going on a few dates. Am I in the wrong here? I don't think I am, and while I don't know if something else is going on, I have this weird feeling what I said isn't sitting well with him, and that's why I haven't heard anything. For context, when we first started talking, he would double text me if I hadn't responded in a few hours to a question he had sent. He also asked me after we matched and chatted for a little while why I liked his profile, which gave me a little bit of an ick because to me that's kind of insecure. Okay, side note, I don't know if that's insecure, but I do also kind of get the ick from that, because it's like, okay, you're swiping on a dating app. I swiped right on you because I thought that you were attractive. That's what the point is it not? Like, is that not what we all collectively understand about dating apps, is that I swipe right on you because I think you're attractive, and I swipe left on you because I don't think you're attractive? Someone tell me if I'm wrong, but that's my understanding of it. Moving on, she says, Not going to reach out to him anymore and move on. If he reaches out, then I'll decide what to do then. Update. So I reached out. I wanted to know what was going on, and so I figured, what the hell? What do I have to lose? So I texted him, "Hey, sorry to bug you, but I can't shake the feeling that you were offended by something I said. I was looking forward to meeting up and getting to know you more. If you were offended, I'm happy to chat. I'm just not sure what happened. Hope nothing serious has happened." 2 hours later, he texted me and asked if we could chat on the phone later, so we did. A family member suddenly needed to be moved to a long-term care facility this week, and it had been pretty stressful on him and his family. He apologized for not following up, said he's still interested in getting to know me and meeting tomorrow, and said nothing I had shared over the weekend offended him. Thanks for the advice, everyone. Well, crazy that his family member had to go into care facility. That sucks. Anyway, I feel like you are not the asshole for wanting to date multiple people, but I also don't think that he made a big deal out of it. I think he was just disagreeing with you. I don't know, it was probably one of those nights where it was like him and his buddy were having a couple beers and they were hanging out and the topic came up and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going out with this girl. I wonder if she thinks the same thing that we do." So then he messaged you and asked. I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. Okay, this next one. The title or the is it the title or I can't think of the heading. Whatever it is my husband has given me the ick. Okay. We've been together for 5 years and have a history of arguments that would happen whenever I tried to express how I felt about something. For example, he has an annual camping trip with his dad and brother, and on his last trip, he didn't call or message at all. My calls and messages went ignored for 10 days until he returned and then blew up when I asked him to just check in from time to time so that I know he's okay. He ignored me for almost 2 weeks after that one. He's always blamed me for the argument, so 6 months ago I decided to just agree with him on everything to see what would happen. So for 6 months, I've sat and smiled and agreed that I was a silly little girl for causing all our past problems, and he loves it. He's recently confessed that he wanted to open the marriage on his side, so I agreed, and I've listened every time he's either realized he's being catfished or every time a younger woman decides she doesn't want anything to do with him, and it's always a problem with them, not him. He's happier and much more interested in sleeping with me too. He's full of praise for me for submitting to him and fulfilling his needs. He even wants to get me pregnant. Not have a family, but breed me. He's been very clear that it would be my responsibility as the woman to raise the baby. I'm on the pill, which he doesn't know about because he doesn't believe in contraceptives. He's not religious, he just thinks that all women should have babies and that they'll be bitter and angry if they don't. For 6 months I've been perfect for him, and in those 6 months I've completely fallen out of love with him. I've become repulsed by him, and when he starts complaining about the latest 20-year-old not wanting anything to do with him, I want to laugh and point out every reason why that is. I've heard others talk about the ick and never really understood it until now. Oh my word. Okay, obviously I'm not married. I've never been married. I'm divorce him. What? He wants to breed you? Come again? He wants to breed you? Honey, stop. You need to stop. You need to have a chat with him, sit him down, say, "I'm not comfortable with this anymore. It's actually disgusting." And if you still love him, then he needs to stop, but obviously no, because you said you've completely fallen out of love with him. So divorce him. That's my advice. That's my great advice. I don't know what else to say. Am I the asshole for causing my ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend to break up with him? Hi everyone. Sorry for any mistakes. I'm new to Reddit and English is not my first language. 3.5 years ago, my boyfriend of 6 months broke up with me out of the blue. He texted me we need to talk, came to my house and gave me my stuff and left 2 minutes after he told me it's over. I texted and called him the next day because he gave me no reason for the breakup, no reply. So I texted him a few times again and tried to get any reason why he broke up with me. No answer till this day. It was a total of 4 rather long messages I sent him over a span of 3 weeks. That's relevant for the actual story. The breakup hit me really hard and pushed me into my ED again. The year after was really hard, and luckily I had good friends and especially my mom that helped me heal my soul and get back to a healthy weight. Fast forward to this day, in September 2023, I signed up at a gym close to my workplace. He went to this gym too when we were a couple. Up to this day, I never saw him there, and I also couldn't care as I'm over him and in a happy relationship. I started with Zumba classes, and after a few times being there, I noticed a girl staring at me and looking mean. At first, I ignored her, but then I asked her if we knew each other. She then said I should stop stalking her boyfriend. I was shocked and then asked her for the name and a photo because I was really confused. It was my ex. That little a-hole. Told her that I was spamming him with texts and kept stalking him on social media. I blocked him a month after the breakup because it hurt seeing him. He saw me one day at the gym and told her I am now also stalking him in real life. So I told her what really happened and showed her proof that I only sent 4 messages. Yesterday, I got a text from an unknown number. It was my ex. He accused me of telling his girlfriend lies and eventually causing her to break up with him. I'm unsure if I should respond or not. I don't want to deal with that person anymore. A friend told me I'm a major asshole for telling her, but I was just defending myself and corrected his lies. I never told her to break up with him. So am I the asshole? No, I don't think you're the asshole. I think because she started it. If you think about it, she was glaring at you and you were like, do I know you? Can I help you? I would have done the same thing. And I don't think that was wrong of you at all to ask her that. And then when she told you that you needed to stop stalking your ex, that's something that some people take really seriously and could get like restraining orders for. And so I think the fact that you had to pull up the receipts to show her and be like, look, I'm not stalking him, I never was stalking him, but wasn't wrong either. I don't think you were the one that caused her to break up with him. I think you gave her the facts and the proof and she saw patterns and decided to break up with him. I can't lie, I have also been in a situation similar to that. Not similar, but similar. And I had to send receipts of things that were said. And long story short, in the end, she decided to stay. So we'll just see. We'll see. Ooh, okay, let's do this one. My fiance lied big time, but he wants to break up with me. Oh my goodness. Me, 24 female. Oh, we're the same age, sis. No, you're a year older than me. Have been with my fiance, 27 female, for 2.5 years and recently engaged in September. He is a really... Okay, I'm reading this as this is written. It says Me, 24 female, have been with my fiance, 27 female. But then says he. So, that's how we're gonna read it, okay? He is a really nice guy. He has never abused or hurt me. He has been the first guy out of many to treat me right, and I want to be his wife. The only thing is, he has had a history of being a liar about things. After we got engaged, everything was good. Last week I found out a conversation with his brother that he never told his family or friends that we got engaged. He lied to me, my family, and friends that he told his family that he is engaged to me. It broke my heart and I cried a lot. I confronted him and he got angry, and as the week went on, he distanced himself and said things like, "You deserve better than me, and please leave because I don't want kids keep hurting you. Please leave because I don't want kids." I'm gonna assume she means please leave because I don't want kids and I keep hurting you. He explained himself that his parents didn't want us to get engaged or married until after he finishes grad school and I finish school because it would be distracting to plan a wedding. His parents were stern and said it would break our hearts if you got engaged without our blessing. He said they gave him the "if you do it then you are not a part of this family" talk. Oh, god damn. He said that he was trying to make everyone happy and give everyone what they wanted and make peace. He wanted for me to be happy and get engaged, and he wanted his parents to still respect and love him. He said what I did was wrong, but I was trying to make everyone happy and I was trying to make the ends justify the means. All my friends used to love him, but now he is a villain in the story. They're saying he has a lot of mistakes and forgiveness shouldn't be in the cards, and he keeps screwing up, and this won't be a good foundation on how to start a marriage. Essentially, he is wrong and you deserve better. He is now trying to break up with me, saying that he messed up and doesn't believe forgiveness is something he deserves from me, and it would take 10 lifetimes for me to trust again. And this is just something he is really ashamed about, and that he feels too guilty that he hurt me, that he wants better for me. He believes the relationship might be too strained to fix, and that he wants to get better, but he believes it will only get worse. I'm so broken right now. I don't know what to do. I love him. I want him for the rest of my life, and I know he is my soulmate. This is the summary. There are details I had to spare to keep it from getting too long. I feel like he has lied about other things. Because there's always something when you dig a little bit deeper. This sounds very familiar to me. The fact that his parents are telling him what to do, and then he went against what they were telling him what to do, but then he lied to them about it still, and I just don't understand how he thought he could hide what he was lying about. But the fact that he wants to break up with you means that he's just trying to cover up something else. That's how I see it. I think that he is actually trying to cover something else up that he lied about, or multiple lies that he's lied about throughout the entire relationship, unfortunately. And now he just needs to come clean, but he thinks that breaking up with you is easier than telling you the truth about everything. So I think that you should just let him break up with you and just move on with your life. Move on with your life. All these people that I'm giving advice to are probably older than me, but this isn't even advice that I'm giving. I'm really just reacting to these stories. Okay. Here we go. Here's another one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend because he says he doesn't care every time I try to talk to him about something? No, you're not the asshole. Just from the title. So my boyfriend and I have been on and off for 2 years. We've always struggled with communication and being open with each other because he doesn't like talking about feelings, says he's not soft and didn't grow up like that. Probably about 90% of the time when I try to talk to him, he says he doesn't care and I just brushed it off and never said anything. I've always struggled with depression because I keep all emotions bottled up, but I can't do that anymore because it always ends up hurting me a lot in the end, so I try not to. Recently, my grandma passed away and I bottled a lot of it up, and I finally told my boyfriend how I felt because I couldn't hold everything in anymore. He's saying it's all bullshit and I should have said something earlier instead of keeping him locked up for 2 years. I wasn't always unhappy, but after a while it took its toll on me. I thought maybe he would change and be what I needed him to be, but he hasn't changed in 2 years. He's also not affectionate and hates it if I'm even holding on to his arm in public. He never wants to kiss me and asked me to move in with him a while ago, but there was no love behind it. He just talked about how it would make paying bills easier for him. Oh my word. Okay, well, girl, we were in the same relationship, I swear. Like, exact same situation, pretty much. But, I mean, not exact same, but how he bottled up his feelings. I don't think you're the asshole for it at all, because I didn't have the heart to do it. And I think that is just you caring about yourself. And I don't think there ain't nothing wrong with that, honey. Okay, one more. We're gonna do one more. Am I the asshole for telling my husband not to set foot into the house until he apologizes to me? Nope. Man ain't shit. So I am 32 and I've been married to my husband, 34, for 11 years. We don't have children because I am unable to, but I have a huge role in raising my niece who is under my parents' guardianship. I decided to go back to school. I am in my second semester and I'm doing really well. I'm a full-time student, so to help out with money, my parents offered us to move in rent-free, and in exchange I help around the house as well as care for my niece. Valentine's Day is coming up, so my husband and I were talking about plans. My husband doesn't believe in Valentine's Day, so he wants a quick dinner. Of course, this makes me sad, but dinner out sounds nice, so I asked him if not on the actual holiday, maybe a few days later we could get dinner. I also asked if he would leave work early because he has an hour-and-a-half commute. He said no, there's plenty of restaurants that are open late. This is something I know, but most of the time when I ask to go out to dinner late, he tells me no, he doesn't like those restaurants that are open. So I asked him if he can plan the dinner, which basically means pick the restaurant in time and let me know and I'll be ready. He responded with, "What am I going to get him for Valentine's Day?" This confused me because he doesn't believe in the holiday, therefore we've never exchanged gifts. It's always just been dinner, so I told him I'm getting him nothing. He started lecturing me about I'm eating into gender rules by expecting him to take me out to dinner and ended with throwing in my face that I don't make any money. I don't make money because I'm a full-time student who keeps a house of 5 adults and 4-year-old running. The thing is, he throws me not making money in my face all the time. Anytime I do anything that makes them upset, or if I tell him that he's done something that makes me upset, he'll usually respond with, "Why don't you go make money?" Or maybe I should stop giving you money. Well, this time I lost my shit. I went off on him. I told him I'm asking for the bare minimum. You have to eat dinner. I'm asking for one night. Let's not eat it at home. I'm asking for the bare minimum. You have to eat dinner. I'm asking for one night. Let's not eat it at home. He called me a hypocrite, which I honestly don't understand. And then he started agreeing with me just to get me to be quiet. It did repeat that in this. I didn't say that twice by accident. It does repeat it in here. He does his thing where he just passively says, okay, it's everything I say, and it really makes me mad, like he's not listening. So I told him, if you agree with me, then apologize, and if you don't, then say something. But we're not gonna sweep to send the rug. I don't know what that means. I think this person is from somewhere else. Like I said, he throws money in my face all the time, and I had enough. He refused to apologize, saying he doesn't have to apologize for shit, so I told him not to step foot back in my parents' house until he apologizes. He's currently sitting outside of the house. I guess he's gonna sleep in his car. Am I the asshole for making my husband sleep in his car after a long day of work because he won't apologize? And just for the record, the door is not locked. If it was, he has a key and he has not even attempted to try to come into the house. I only know he's in the car because if he's at home by a certain time, I worry that he got into a because if I think that's supposed to say because if he's not home by a certain time, I worry that he got into a car accident since he commutes. So I called to check on him and he said I'm home. I'm outside, but I'm not coming in. Okay. No, he can sleep in the car. He can sleep in the car. First of all, he hasn't even tried to come inside because, like you said, the door's not locked, and even if it was, he has a key. So he's just choosing to stay in the car and be stubborn. He's choosing to cause a scene. Second of all, did you not say that he's living rent-free at your parents' house with you? Sorry, so he's working and making money. What's he paying for besides his car and groceries, maybe? Because if you're the one that got him his home rent free, honey, you're doing everything you can. Girl power. That's what I have to say about that. I think that you're not the asshole. He is definitely the asshole. My forehead is so itchy. Do you ever get that when you're wearing hats and then it just like all of a sudden hits you and you're like, oh my God. I just want to rip my forehead skin off. Okay, that's going to be the last story for today. Those were some good stories. I enjoyed doing that. I want to do that more often. I really want to do it with my two guy friends, Brett and Zach. I think that would be super fun. If we all did a reaction to Reddit stories of Am I the Asshole, I think they would get really into it. If you have any crazy stories, feel free to email them to me or DM them to me, whatever. I think my email is like in my Instagram bio, or maybe you can put it in like the Q&A of the Spotify, whatever is easiest for you. Send me your crazy stories so I can react to them. Also, if you're watching the video version and you're seeing the shirt that I'm wearing, that says I am a rich man, this is my favorite graphic t-shirt. I make these and I sell them on MK Collective, so go to mkcollective.etsy.com to buy your I am a rich man shirt. I don't remember actually how much they're priced at, so I can't say exactly, but I don't think they're that expensive, and they're really cool. I cut mine, you can't see it, but I cut mine. I send them to you full length, but then you can crop it however you want. These shirts are super, super nice to crop. I love cropping the Gildan shirts because they roll super nicely at the bottom. The design is flat, and it is machine washable. All the washing instructions come with it when you buy it, so go buy my I am a rich man shirt. I think that's all that I have for today. I have no other updates besides the faded tickets. That was the best thing ever. So if you like this podcast, make sure to give it a thumbs up or a 5-star rating or a comment, whatever you're watching it on. Just do whatever you can to boost the engagement, because we really need that. I'm on my knees begging you, please give me engagement, please. Okay, you know what to do. Share this podcast with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your dog. Put the wanted sign up in your neighborhood, because we want more viewers and engagement for MK's Korner. Okay, crazy stories done. MK out. Later, skaters.